today's lesson, I'm going to share with you a simple and effective way to connect your caged chord shapes with a major pentatonic scale that fits across the entire guitar neck. Not just using your old and tired pentatonic boxes, but a fresh system that lends itself to sounding much more musical. Let's jump in. Today we'll use one of my favorite backing tracks to play over, Midnight in Harlem by Tedeschi Trucks Band. This is a simple backing track using E major to A major, and you can download it from the link below. Now the CAGED system is great for connecting the chord shapes C, A, G, E, and D with basic pentatonic boxes. However, today I'm going to use my absolute favorite way to play the pentatonic, which is called the diagonal pentatonic. It's way more flexible across the fretboard, and it keeps the notes lined up with more consistent and musical fingerings. And it's important to already understand the essentials of the CAGED system to get the most out of this lesson. Okay, so first we're gonna take the CAGED C shape and we'll play it with our root note on E. So that's gonna take that C shape and play it all the way up with our pinky here on the 7th fret of the A string. The neat thing that we can do here is we're gonna first locate our root notes. There's a root note of E on the 7th fret of the A string and on the 5th fret of the B string. Now the coolest thing about this is that in order to play a diagonal pentatonic, all you have to do is take this, find your root notes, and play what I call a 3-2 pattern. So let's play a 3-2 pattern from the root on the A string. That gives us so much fretboard access. Very cool. Well, let's look at it and see if we could do the same thing from the root here on the B string. And all I'm doing is following the 3-2 pattern. Always alternating. And I can actually get all the way down there to that low E. Let's use these two in kind of a musical way. Very cool. It sounds very musical, especially if you're trying to throw in hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, bends, and vibrato. We did the C shape. Let's go up to the A shape. All right, well, this is cool. We end up getting a little bit of crossover because in the A shape, our roots are here on the A string, 7th fret, and on the G, 9th fret. Let's keep rolling up the fretboard. The next shape is going to be the G shape. Obviously, nobody really plays that chord like that, but you can play the top part or the bottom part. Let's find those E's. E string, 12th fret. G string, 9th fret. 12th fret of the high E string. And we can play that scale off of any of those. Now there's a little bit of overlap, but it's nice. It gives you different ways to play and kind of a different reference point. If you're enjoying this lesson and the amazing flexibility of the diagonal pentatonic scale, I wanted to let you know that I have a full course on diagonal pentatonic that teaches you this simple system to play across the entire guitar neck, tons of musical practice exercises, tons of killer backing tracks, and even diagonal pentatonic licks from myself and some other great guitarists. So go ahead and use the code CONNECT and I'll give you 40% off for watching this video. The next shape is just gonna be our E shape. We've got an E, 12th fret of the E, 14th fret of the D, and again, the 12th fret of the E. Let's play that diagonal. This is really gonna help you get out of kind of all the classic stuff that you're used to doing. Let's do the last shape here. We're gonna be up in the D shape. Got my pointer finger at 14. That's kind of a stretch, but it's all good. And the root notes are 14 on D and 17 on the B. You can kind of see, just like with the regular CAGED system, you can see the chord shape around that diagonal pentatonic, the 3-2 pattern. This is a perfect time to mention how important it is to know your fretboard. Knowing your fretboard, or at least being able to figure it out quickly, is one of the most important skills on the guitar. Another important ingredient is just because you know the scale shapes, that doesn't mean that it's going to sound like music. Make sure to get in touch with the count of the rhythm of the track that you're playing. Know how quarters, eighths, triplets, and sixteenths sound against the track. Then make sure that you are decorating the scales with slides, hammers, pull-offs, bends, and vibrato. Now that you've learned to connect the diagonal pentatonic scale with your CAGED shapes, watch this video next in order to learn a simpler way to play over chord changes.